That wouldn't have happened during my time with Vince. No one trusted you, Hunter. That tells me people were pissed. There was not gonna be a camera back there, ever. Hey guys, Maven here. Now, Netflix and the WWE have partnered up and released WWE Unreal, a brand new docuseries where they pull the curtain back and expose the wrestling business. Who on earth would do that? As a former WWE wrestler from a bygone generation, I'm curious to see what they show and if they went too far. Let's find out together.
In this business,
Oh God.
like everybody has a million names. A lot of guys call me Triple H, a lot of guys call me H, a lot of guys call me Trips.
Yeah, when I was there, so many people called him Trips. I always called him Hunter. I told you about the story of me, Orton, and Jindrak being out to dinner with him one time, and we had a little side bet to see who could call him Paul the most. Mark, hands down, took it. He probably called him Paul 75 times during this one dinner.
I believe that our business is actually more complex than anybody understands.
What that was, when you saw the people rolling around and obviously in their gym, their street clothes, what that was, that's before the show, before a Raw or before a SmackDown, when we're just in there working on going over moves, working on a match that you might have coming up, or just in the ring, working on your craft. 20 years ago, man, if they saw anybody recording that, nah, their ass was out of there. It would never happen. To be honest with you, I'm a little shocked that they show it, but I think it's great because it just gives us an idea of what's to come.
Just get started, man.
I've talked a lot on this channel about being in the ring, wrestling, doing a match, and in the end, there's an audience of one. Fans can love it, fans can hate it, didn't matter. Did Vince like it? That's all you cared about. And when you came up and went back through that curtain, you would immediately look at Vince and hopefully get the good shit and hopefully not get the chewing out. Hunter's that now. Hunter is the one being the puppet master. He's the one directing everything.
You want to put this guy?
Shawn Michaels?
Gingerbread Shawn Michaels. He was my favorite wrestler.
I'm happy that this documentary is showcasing, Cody's, and I'm hoping they showcase other people besides just Hunter. The business is going to have to be framed by the Codys, the Usos, and not as much by the CM Punks, by the John Cenas. 10 years from now, those guys, they're not going to matter in wrestling, but Cody will, Usos will, Seth will, all the younger talent will, and I'm hoping this highlights them.
Libby thinks that Cody is a professional dancer.
And I think she's even said when we showed her a couple clips on YouTube, oh, this is the dancing.
His daughter's 100% right. It's a dance in the frame of you are performing in a ring, in a 20 by 20 area with a partner. And if your partner is off or you are off, the show is off.
Yeah, as white meat as you can be.
Yeah.
White meat, he means just as good, as wholesome as you can be. Man, Hunter, don't make me be the one helping the fans define your show. Don't let that happen. But I will if I need to.
I'm incredibly lucky that my wife and I met in wrestling.
Otherwise, she would have left.
I've seen this business tear through relationships, and trust me, they're the minority. They are not the majority when it comes to wrestling relationships actually working.
Paul is our chief content officer. His experience as being a former superstar for so many years.
Wonder who had creative control over this series.
The bigger the star, the more you want to provide some scarcity of their star power.
Hunter lived that too. I'll give him credit. People would always be waiting for our autographs, and most of the guys, you'd see Jeff and Matt and Hardy over there signing, whoever would be signing autographs, Devon, Bubba, whoever. And Hunter sometimes would not sign. He would just get his bags and get to his car. And I asked him once, I was like, man, I get you play a dick on TV, but you gonna be a dick in real life? And he said something to me that, okay, made sense. He wants his autograph to mean something. And if they're everywhere, what does it mean? I get it, what he's saying about Cody. If you see the WWE champion, the face of the company, the guy who's always dressed like $1 million, the guy who decorates his Christmas tree like $1 million, if you see him everywhere, do you have a demand? Do you have a desire? Do you have a want to sit down and watch him when Raw comes on Netflix on Monday nights? Probably not.
John Cena, arguably one of the greatest performers in the history of our business.
Notice he didn't say greatest wrestler, greatest performer. Not sure if that was intentional or if just a slip of the tongue.
I would do this for free. I just physically can't do it anymore.
There's pain in his eyes right here. When he says he just can't do it anymore, there's pain behind that statement. It probably took him a lot longer to understand, to appreciate, and to accept that, but he's probably gotten there. And he's convinced himself that he's got one more run in him. Man, I hope he does. There's no one rooting for him harder than me.
But like first time he comes out and like somebody's got to save him, just feels off to me too.
During my time, there would not be a camera within 20 yards of a writer's room. Vince was in the hunter position of the writer's room, and everyone was feeding him ideas. How did it go? We don't know, because there was not cameras in there. I'm just gonna say it. This might be a little bit staged. They might be putting this on for the Netflix cameras.
We had live. Matches are so.
Oh, look at that run sheet. Oh, that Monday Night Raw lineup. Ah, the run sheet. It's changed. That's the show outline. I'm really shocked they're showing this. I mean, I guess it really hasn't changed. It was like that during my day. They just got better font now. More colors.
My collarbone and my shoulder blade got ripped apart. She had to kick me into the second wall.
This is an injury, the shoulder, collarbone, that's an injury that's not gonna ever go away. It's not gonna ever feel better on its own. That said, I don't know if surgery would ever get it back to 100%. More than likely not. This is gonna be something she's gonna feel for the rest of her life. So remember, when you're watching your favorite superstars and you see something as simple as getting thrown into a wall, something that you take for granted, something they take for granted. I mean, when they were going over it earlier, they're like, yeah, throw me into the Phila wall, Philadelphia wall. She didn't think about it. She didn't think that that was the bump she was gonna have to worry about, but it became the bump that not only would affect her for that night, but I guarantee will affect her the rest of her life.
Because I can still go back and have the surgery. I just don't want to have that extra time off because it's going to be 6 months compared to 3 months.
When you're riding high, when you're at a specific level on the card, when you're main eventing, you don't want to relinquish that spot. Because if she goes off and has surgery, there's countless girls just ready to take her place. And what do I always say on this channel? Out of sight, out of mind. I would still encourage her to have the surgery. And the reason being is she's one of those characters that she could take 3, 6, 9, hell, a year off. The moment she comes back, the place is gonna come unglued. They're gonna be right back.
I know this sucks. Do not freak out. We will make this into something wonderful, okay? Sorry.
Man, I never, people would get hurt backstage, and yeah, people would offer, ah, shit, that sucks, man, I'm so sorry, yeah, and everything. So I can see the backstage culture has definitely changed since when I was there, and changed for the better. Changed with the mindset of let's take better care of our talent. Let's make sure our talent knows that we feel not only their pain, but what they're going through mentally. That's a good thing.
Halfway through my career here, he becomes Office, and now I'm like, fuck you, you can't tell me anything.
I'll be perfectly honest, I didn't expect him to be that honest, but I'm happy he was.
There would be moments where we'd have a meeting and he'd come at me and I'd leave there thinking like, this little motherfucker. Punk didn't trust me and I didn't trust Punk.
No one trusted you, Hunter. Not a damn, well, Sean trusted you. Right? There's your list.
If I didn't take myself off the hamster wheel, nobody else was gonna, and they were gonna work me until I died.
When you're in a WWE locker room and when you're walking down from catering and you see Hunter and Vince and Shawn and you see all these guys that you watched on TV and you see all these guys that you've idolized for years, and all of a sudden you're not only in the same locker room as them, but hell, I'm on the show with them tonight. Well, I don't want to step on anybody's toes. I'm going to be the good little subordinate wrestler and do what I'm told. And hopefully, if I cross my fingers and I do what's right, then my time will come. That's how 99.9% of the locker room views it. Punk said that was bullshit. And I'm going to be as much of a star as you are without your effing help. By God, he went out and did it.
I love you, Punk. By the way, can I get a picture with you after?
Yeah, 100%.
And there's another thing that's a little different from my time. It's not like we weren't taking pictures together, but remember, during my time, guys were very hesitant on asking Bob Holly to, can I take a picture with you, Bob? Kane, can I take a picture with you? It just wasn't happening.
We're gonna call Seth out. He's my head. That's the thing. I'm not doing it again.
Another difference from my generation, it's good to see females in the senior writing position. During my time, I don't remember any. If there were, it was because of their last name. Good to see WWE constantly evolving.
Seth right now looks and sounds like CM Punk from 2013.
That's envy. That's jealousy speaking. The new, brand new and improved lighter side of Punk that Hunter claimed he heard over the phone or met in person or saw and said, hey, let's give him another shot. That's all bullshit. The moment he's saying that Seth is a version of him and that's why he's got this WWE universe, it's because he's stealing from me. That tells me he's the same dude. But I didn't think that dude needed to change anyway.
Gorilla position in today's world, it is the epicenter of everything we do. The show is run from there.
Man, that is absolutely crazy. That's the exact same sign that they had during my time. Back in my day, it was literally 4 curtains. And the 2 curtains that separated you from the ramp to go down to the stage, to the ring, had masking tape down it so you could eyeball it and you knew where to go through. It didn't have the fancy lights. It didn't have the pretty background. It was not camera ready. Why? Because there was not going to be a camera back there ever.
Do not push fans.
Right to the gut, right to the back again. To the
Oh, those are extras.
And when he says they're extras, what that is that's a plant. That's a stunt granny. That's someone that they've brought in. Usually it's an independent worker, an indie worker, someone that wrestlers can touch. Something where it looks all too real, but that person's collecting a paycheck that night to take this push. I am shocked though that both Hunter and Bruce, that their initial reaction wasn't to know that there's a plant right there.
Timing's probably the biggest pitfall that we need to look out for. I can relay messages through the referees to the talent.
They know we're short on this segment, or we're heavy on another segment. We're heavy from a previous segment. We need you to cut a minute, cut 2 minutes. We would always hear in the ref's voice just how urgent it was. There would sometimes Kyoto, Earl Hebner, would tell us, go home now. And when you heard that, they were yelling at him right there in gorilla position.
So plan A, hit your time. Plan B,
hit your time. that nothing's changed. Plan A, hit your time. Plan B is executing plan A. Oh, he's getting a ride to the show. Huh, I never got those. Actually, yeah, I did, once or twice. Got yelled at it for though.
I know that I'm not ready for this. I was almost in tears.
All right, I'm looking at her watch and the time is 11:37. And you might be saying, Maven, 11:37, that's pretty damn early to get to the arena. No, it's not. The original episode 1 of Monday Night Raw on Netflix was held in LA. LA operates on Pacific time, 3 hours past this great New York time. And they're gonna go live at 8 o'clock Eastern time, meaning 5 o'clock Pacific time. I used to actually love it whenever we were on the West Coast because I always knew the show was gonna be over a lot earlier than 11 o'clock.
This is Los Angeles. At home tonight, doing historic Monday Night Raw.
When I first got there, signs were the thing. Fans would come with signs and they would open up the show and scan the crowd and everyone would hold their signs. They don't really do that as much anymore. Now, it's all about the belts and the Money in the Bank briefcase, merchandise, and that translates to dollars. Trust me.
Thank you for the night.
Enjoy this, man.
I'll do my best.
Going out there, performing live in front of a crowd, knowing that there's people in Gorilla that are critiquing every move you make, knowing that millions of people at home are on their computers ready to write, he may have been tripped going over the ropes, or this, he effed his promo up. Man, it's stressful. And there's so much stuff in your head that you're thinking about that you're like, okay, I gotta hit this line and then I gotta hold it. I gotta let them react. I gotta hope the crowd pops for this. Oh my God, is Rock gonna be here for this move, or is Cody gonna hit me and from behind when I need him to? There's just so much going on in your head. When Cena said, "I'll try," it's because he has the weight of the world on his shoulders.
John, that was awesome. Thank you so much, man.
And that right there, that is what every wrestler wants the moment they leave that ring, the moment their match or their promo or their segment is over, that acknowledgement. You know, the moment you get that, I did what I've earned my check. I did exactly what they pay me to do. The few times I got that, it's the best feeling on earth. You're on cloud 9 for the rest of the night, the rest of the week, when you get that acknowledgement.
Buckle, knee, roll out.
Right there you see Rhea going over spots. She's literally walking herself through the match. You'd see guys backstage doing it the whole time. Toss, okay, shoot off, duck, boom, boom. Guys just trying to remember their spots. Glad to see nothing's changed. Those smacks are in there too. She's laying those in. Some things you can't fake. Smacks to the face like that, little smacks. One things you cannot fake.
How over are we right now, Billy? How long?
Minute 45.
Minute 45 over, that's unheard of. I guarantee you Chris Abyss was shitting his pants. That wouldn't have happened during my time with Vince. There's no chance in hell. No chance in hell a match is gonna go a minute 45 past the end of the end of the show. Whatever has paid to be in that time slot directly after wrestling, well, guess what? They're gonna put that show in that time slot. You weren't going a minute 45 over, and I'm actually shocked that they're doing it here. Notice that Chris is the only one clapping back there at Gorilla. This is your main event, night 1 on Netflix. Everyone should be clapping for the end of this match. And not because it ends, but because a new era in wrestling is now in the books. But only one man was clapping. That tells me a lot. That tells me people were pissed.
Make me happy. You be happy with yourself.
I am.
Those producer jobs, man, they're just as, if not more, stressful than what happens and what takes place in the ring. Once these guys are out there, once they're wrestling, it's out of your control. You can give them directions through the ref, but you can't make them do something. And it's always going to come back on you. Always. You're always going to be the one that people blame when something goes wrong. And if it's good, the wrestlers are going to get the credit. Guarantee you Hunter was pissed that it went over that much. And notice he didn't sit and give the glowing post-match report he gave to Rhea, to Punk. He gave him the courteous, hug and everything. But yeah, they were mad. And they probably just still don't like each other. I thought they did a good job and exposed exactly what I thought they would expose. I hope they actually expose more. And I must say, I give the guy a hard time because I remember being in the ring with him, but kudos and hats off to Triple H. Wrestling is at its level because he has brought it there. The man definitely knows how to produce stars, and he certainly knows how to run a wrestling show. So, Hunter, my hat's off to you. But the WWE and Netflix, they're not the first to expose this business. I've been doing it for years now. And if you've ever wondered if the thumbtacks wrestlers fall on are real or fake, watch the video on screen.